Agnes Hatot by Abbey. When might made right in days of chivalry, Hatot and Ringsdale, over claims of land, darkened their lives with stormy enmity, and for their cause agreed with test to stand, to fight steel-clad till Ire's blood made wet, the soil disputed, and the time was set. But Hatot sickened when the day drew near, and strength lay wrecked that once had been his boast. When Agnes, his fair daughter, for the fear that in proud honour he would suffer most, resolved to do the battle in his name, and leave no foothold for the dread of shame. She, at the grey first coming of the day, shook off still sleep, and from her window gazed. The west was curtained with night's dark delay. A cold and waning moon in silence raised its bent and wasted finger over the way, and seemed sad death that beckoned, wan and pale. But hope sails by the rugged coasts of fear, for while awakened birds sing round her eaves, our Agnes armed herself with knightly gear, of rattling hauberk and of jointed greaves. With all she put on valour, that to feel there's more for victory than battle steel. She had a sea of hair, whose odour sweet and golden softness in a moonless tide ran rippling toward the white coast of her feet. But as beneath a cloud the sea may hide, sun in her wizard burnished helmet, there under the cloud-like plum was hid her hair. Bearing the mighty lance, sharp-spiked and long, she at the sill bestrode her restless steed. Her kneeling soul prayed God to make her strong, and prayer's nearest path to every need. She clattered on the bridge, and on apace, and met dread Ringsdale at the hour and place. Their clash and onslaught, steel to steel replies. The champed bit foams, rider and ridden fight. Each feels the grim and brutal instinct arise that in forefront of havoc takes delight. The lightning of the lances flashed and ran, until at last the maid unhorsed the man. When on her steed she, bright-eyed, flushed and glad, her helmet lifted in the Sylvan air, and from the iron concealment that it had, the noiseless ocean of her languid hair broke in dishevelled waves. The cross and hard jewels that ledged her vest she drew apart. "Lo, it is Agnes, even I," she said. "With my trusty lance I thrust thee down. For hate of shame the fray I hazarded, and yet not me the victory should crown, but God the merciful, who helps the right, and lent me strength to conquer in the fight.